Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, my name is Matthew. I run Shiny Mana Collectibles, a very small, for now, collectibles business based right here in Alabama. Running things out of my game room, and I sell a lot on eBay. I sell some on TCG Player. I have a vendors mall booth at the local vendors mall in town. I am brand new to card shows. Just did my first one a couple weeks ago. I'm signed up to do another one in March. And I'm really trying to get into this collectibles business. Today, I got some sales I want to show you because I sold about 10 things on eBay. And in one day, a pretty big day for me on eBay because lately, and I don't know if you sell on eBay, but things have been pretty slow. What people don't tell you about the collectibles business is that Christmas time and holiday time is actually a slower time of year as opposed to some other retail stores where it's a busier time. Like Q4 is like busy. Q4 is slow in collectibles. Usually the first and second quarter are the busiest for collectibles based businesses such as myself. So I sold 10 cards on eBay yesterday. Pretty big day, comparatively speaking, to how it has been. I'm going to show you guys those sales. And it's a good mix of different stuff. 2 card games, some Pokemon, some Yu-Gi-Oh! A good mix of both things. So you can kind of get an idea of what I'm selling and how much it sells for, how much you might be able to sell it for, etc., etc. So let's get right into it. I got a stack of 10 cards right here I want to show you guys. We'll start with the Pokemon stuff first and then go to the Yu-Gi-Oh! So Pokemon, we sold 2 very modern full art illustration rare cards. Some of my favorite cards in the entire hobby right here, actually. So first we sold this very nice Chatot from, what is this from? What set is this one from, actually? Temporal Forces. Shout from Temporal Forces. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this cool thing. If you're unaware of this, this card actually features the in-game music tune. So if you look at the Chadots right here, I actually saw this video on TikTok, and I did not know this until I saw it. These make musical notes on the Chadot card right here. So this first one, I don't know anything about sheet music or anything, but this first one is the Chadot cry. You know, if you listen to the cry, it'll make these 3 notes right there. Chadot's cry in the game. And then this bottom one right here, if you can kind of see it right there, is the Pokemon Center tune. So it goes da 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 da, just like that. In the game, I'm a big fan of cards that incorporate in-game lore, and I just love it. I plan on buying this card again for my PC eventually, but for now, I'm not collecting much modern stuff, so I just wanted to go ahead and sell it and roll the money into something else. That sold for 10 and some change on eBay for me, by the way. Free shipping on everything on my eBay. I always do free shipping. 10 and some change with free shipping on that Chatot card. The next one is another card that includes some in-game lore. This Pidgey from Obsidian Flames. I absolutely love this card. And if you look right here, and obviously it's got the Route 1 sign. If you're a big Gen 1 guy like myself, then you'll really appreciate that. I do love how they shouted out Gen 1, Route 1 right there on this Pidgey card. Another one I do plan on rebuying eventually for my own personal collection when I do start collecting some modern stuff, because this is probably my favorite Pidgey card out there, aside from maybe some like mid-era reverse holo from like Holland Phantoms or something like that. Really cool card. Next up, we got this Gengar reverse holo. This one is from, I believe, not X and Y, Sword and Shield set. I forget which set. It might be Sword and Shield base. I'm not entirely sure. It's a Gengar reverse holo. Sold this card for 10 and some change. Also, the Pidgey sold for 10 and some change as well. Sorry, I keep forgetting to say the price I sold them for. These 3 all sold for $10 and some change a piece. The Gengar reverse holo are really nice. These Sword and Shield reverse holos, they're pretty decent. They command a little bit of a premium these days because people love collecting and master setting Sword and Shield sets. And all the older stuff, you know, those older sets are really hard to master these days because obviously you can't go open those packs without paying just a ton of money. So really, really nice to sell the singles. I do love when people complete their master sets with cards they buy from me. Last Pokemon card we got right here. Shout out way back to the mid-era. Oop, about dropped it right here. This is a Slowpoke from EX Delta Species. Mid-era Pokemon card. This one's definitely had some wear to it. I got it marked heavily played right there. This one had some wear to it. Definitely played with a lot from the person that owned it before. I've had it for quite a while. I was master setting Slowpokes and Slowkings and Slowbros, but I got out of that and got into a new collecting goal. So I decided to take this one out of the PC, sell it on eBay. And I ended up getting, I believe, like 14 for this. These reverse hollows on the old sets with the stamp right there. Pretty sought after. If you have cards like this, they're probably worth at least a few bucks. Even the most obscure Pokemon. Look at that reverse hollow. It's so nice on these old cards. The mid-era stuff, they really were cooking back then. The stamp is incredibly sought after. So if you have some stamp stuff, reverse hollow, mid-era like that, definitely keep an eye out for it because it's probably worth at least a few dollars. On to the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. We'll start with the less exciting stuff and then get to the big guy. I did sell this Axel Synchro Dragon, Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, $5. I gotta be honest, guys, Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of tricky sometimes because like the stuff that looks just awesome, like this hollow foil, is worth like almost nothing. This card's worth like $5. I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, something you would want to look at, you know, and appreciate the foiling and stuff. But most Yu-Gi-Oh cards just don't hold a lot of value unless they're classic Yu-Gi-Oh cards or super playable staples currently. They're probably not worth a whole lot of money. That's why a lot of people don't really sell Yu-Gi-Oh. And you know, I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I gotta be honest, I do like selling Pokemon a little bit more because there's more demand for the stuff. It's more liquid than Yu-Gi-Oh. No, I mean Yu-Gi-Oh's got its fans, sure, and I sell a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, but Pokemon is just a different animal. That's the only way I can put it. But I do love selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well, and I do sell a good bit of them. I do like how more people don't sell it sometimes because that means I can move in and do some decent little plays with it, and no one's really paying too much attention to Yu-Gi-Oh. It's all One Piece and Pokemon. So Yu-Gi-Oh is a little bit of a playground for somebody like me. So last few sales right here, Yu-Gi-Oh as well. We did sell two separate Skull Dices. Two separate Skull Dices cards. This is from the Eternal Duelist video game, I believe is what it was called. I forget what the exact name was for it, but this is a promo for that video game. I've sold several. I mean, like probably a couple dozen Skull Dice cards at this point. These sold for $10 a piece. Light play condition, both of them, both to different buyers in the same day. People like Skull Dices. I've sold a bunch of them. I think it's because it's a promo and it looks really nice with the foil. It's a secret rare. If I can just make it show up on the camera. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's like a secret rare Skull Dice from the Eternal Duelist Saga, I believe is what it's called. Eternal Duelist Saga video game. Next sale we got right here. We had one buyer buy two Black Luster Soldier. These are the first edition copy from the starter Yugi Evolution, the set that Black Luster Soldier is really popular in. SYE is the card number. SYE024 is the card code. It's a ultra rare Black Luster Soldier. I've sold, like I said, probably a couple dozen of these as well. It's a classic Yu-Gi-Oh monster. Everybody loves Black Luster Soldier. Everybody's got one in their binder. So this guy bought two separate ones for me, $13 a piece. So that's about $26 total. Not too bad for one single order on a classic Yu-Gi-Oh card. On to the big guy right here. We got Blue Eyes White Dragon from LOB. This is the original print, Legends of Blue Eyes, LOB 001. Blue Eyes White Dragon Ultra Rare. This is the unlimited edition, not the first edition. First edition is worth like a few hundred, I think. This is the unlimited one. I sold this one for about $70 in light played condition. I got the sticker right there, marked light played condition. This one sold for about $70 for me. I probably could have got a little more out of it, but I was really just wanting to move some cards yesterday, so I was just getting a little gung-ho with some offers. But about $70 on the Blue Eyes White Dragon. That is the big guy, the biggest one I did make. So go one more time through it. Pokemon, we sold this Slowpoke Reverse Hollow EX Delta Species around 14 bucks. We sold this Gengar Reverse Hollow from Sword and Shield Base. I believe it's from Sword and Shield Base for 10 and some change. Sold the Pidgey right here from Obsidian Flames Illustration Rare for 10 as well. The Chatot from Temporal Forces, $10 as well. Blackluster Soldier, 2 of them for 26 total, 13 a piece. 2 different Skull Dice for around $10 a pop to 2 separate buyers. XL Synchro Stardust Dragon for $5. And the big guy, Blue Eyes White Dragon for $70. So if you guys do want to check out my eBay, I have it linked below in the description. You can definitely check it out and give me a follow if you see anything you like there. Feel free to buy it from me. I always ship my orders out. Sometimes same day if it's early enough, but it's always next business day at the latest. I never ever go over next business day for my shipping. And you'll see in my reviews on my eBay store that is reflected. Buyers always say they get their product on time as described, and I'm really, really proud of that. So yeah, shop my eBay around, and if you want to follow along for me building up this collectibles business, then feel free to follow and subscribe, and you will definitely see more content about what I'm selling, what I'm doing, how much money I'm making or losing. And that's about all I got. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.